Tell you folks, if it's not a toasted panini you're looking for, how about a breakfast burrito or a delicious cup of D'Angelo's coffee? Dick D'Angelo's nice enough to let your Pratte pack. My son Robbie, your proud senior at Quigley Catholic, shooting this on the AT&T. You know, it's always been a tradition for me and my children to at least try to get to this place, D'Angelo's Donuts, right at the other end of that Monaca Bridge, my hometown across the other side, my children on this side, just to spend a little time during the holidays and enjoy some great made fresh daily donuts, and of course a great cup of coffee. Dave Ambrose is here. Basketball in a moment. Renee Mangier is here. She was a Granati at one time, and yes, you have to give the Granatis always a little love. So what's the connection? How are you connected to the Granatis?
The Granati boys, the Granati brothers, are my second cousins. So my mother's first cousin.
So that means you can make a great pot of sauce.
Oh yes, definitely.
I should have figured.
Yes.
And I know she can make a great pot of coffee too. So it's great to see you, and thanks for having us.
Yes, thanks for coming today.
All right, here we go. Dave, this is it. It's the wonderful CJ Betters RBA Holiday Classic that is going to be happening this Thursday and Friday at the Community College Golden Dome. And you have got number one ranked in Class 6A, Pine Richland. You've got number one ranked, Beaver County Times, by the way, preseason rankings in Class 5A, Highlands. Now, Beaver Falls, depending on when they get these football players back in shape, Donovan Jeter, of course, is going to Michigan to start early in January. But right now, they were preseason class number one in Class 4A. You've got Monessen in Class 1A, and also the home of those, well, the new and improved Leopards, because they look great and they just continue to win. The gymnasium looks spectacular, what used to be the old Lincoln High School gymnasium. Those great Midland teams on the campus of Lincoln Park School of Performing Arts. Of course, they are ranked number one in Class 3A. So you're bringing some dynamite to this tournament.
No question. I mean, our committee does a pretty nice job when we make the selection 1 year ago. In fact, we do this in December or January, prior year, and I guess we lucked out with 5 out of 6. That's not too bad. But it's not even the teams, Rob. It's the individual performers that we have throughout the tournament. Let's start with Darius Wise at Beaver, okay?
Averaged 20 points a game last year.
At least 20.
Okay.
I think he was about 26.
I'll take his word for it. Go ahead.
Now, he's probably up around 30 points a game. You have his cousin, Nellie Cummings, who's playing for Lincoln Park. And he's one of the leaders right there with Darius. Then you put together the Pine Richland combo of Phil Jerkovic, who's the quarterback on the football team, and he's headed to Notre Dame. We've got Phil Jerkovic and we've got Andrew Petcash, two of the most dynamic players on one team.
Is there any truth that Dan D'Antonio only wanted the kid from Pine Richland because he was going to Notre Dame, his alma mater? I think Notre Dame, I think of Dan D'Antonio. He will be with us on the radio, as he will when I'm in for Mike Pintek Wednesday at noon with a last-minute preview. You got the Quigley girls, the Freedom girls, the Aliquippa girls. So you're going to have really a lot of wonderful basketball, and it's going to be an all-day thing Thursday and Friday, right?
That's exactly right. I'll tell you, we've got a great slate of games. Beaver and Pine Richland at 4, Lincoln Park and Highlands at 5:30. We have Central Valley and Monessen at 7, and we have Aliquippa and Beaver Falls at 8:30. But I'm going to just throw this out there.
Go ahead.
Lincoln Park and Highlands at 5:30 is going to be the game of the night, and I'll tell you why. Both were in Florida in the KSA tourney down at Disney.
Right.
Ironically, after a couple days of playing, they had them pitted against each other. Both teams refused to play down there. They says, we want to play at the Golden Dome. We'll let our JVs play. They are waiting for this matchup, Beriski and the Highlanders. So that is going to be one big game.
All right, talk about your son. Of course, Coach Ambrose at Central Valley. What about Central Valley, the hometown team?
Central Valley's coming around. They're pretty decent. Unfortunately, they faced the Bermuda Triangle the first 3 games of the year in section. And I'm talking about Newcastle, I'm talking about Quaker Valley, and BF. Okay?
Beaver Falls.
I mean, it's just amazing how that is the strongest conference in the WPIAL. And if you look at it, we're talking Ambridge is in there, Blackhawks in there, Beaver with Wise. I mean,
How good of an athlete is that kid?
Darius?
Yes.
Darius was one of the best I've ever seen. Okay, he can take over any game, whether it's football, basketball. Natural athlete. One of the quickest I've ever seen.
You've seen a few.
Yes.
Listen, what about Doug Diego? Would you put him in the category of some of the greats of Beaver County as far as basketball, Kuzma, and of course Okowski? Is he in that same conversation?
Doug is getting there. I mean, we're talking about Kuzma and Okowski, some classic guys. And not that Doug is not classic. He does a great job with what he has. Okay? By the time Doug is ready to say, I think I've had enough, he will rank up there with them.
Now, we want to kind of make sure everybody's on the same page. The Roxanne Betters Albanese Foundation, Beaver County Heart and Cancer Association, Jackie Finney, and of course Lisa Mendocino and all those folks. Chuck Betters do a great job. I do the Dream Fund dinner every year. We always take time at the wonderful Wooden Angel, Alex Sebastian's place, to pay tribute to the parents. Of course, money given to them through some hardship because they're dealing with issues like hospitalization and stays and hotels and gasoline to and from and money to eat when their children are ill. It's an absolutely amazing foundation. But because of this wonderful foundation, we like to put it in the spotlight to kind of give it a little bit more publicity. In my opinion, definitely deserving. And how do we do that? Well, we partner it up with this CJ Betters RBA Holiday Classic, okay? None of the ticket money goes to the foundation. Mr. Betters, out of the goodness of his heart, just because it gets more recognition for that wonderful foundation named after his late daughter, what happens? He opens his checkbook each and every year, and those monies just continue to go up, up, up for these student scholar athletes. So it's a great fit.
No question. And again, with this being our 25th year,
It's amazing.
Chuck decided to give each student, one student from each team, $5,000 scholarship. Last year he gave $3,000 per kid. We have 8 boys and 4 girls. And ironically, back in '92 when we started this, the scholarship was $500. So it's 10 times what it was.
Anything else people need to know about this tournament?
No, just buckle up, stay for all 4 games because there's not going to be a dull game on the card.
Now, because the Traveling Roadshow never stops, and he's known me for a long time, and I've just always been in motion, folks, I'm going to be at Carpe Diem Hair Salon tomorrow, St. Clair Avenue in East Liverpool at 2 o'clock. We're going to go to tape Josh Ludwig, who's the athletic director at East Liverpool. They're getting ready for their Hoops for Cure, meaning cancer. They're going to be doing the Holiday Jam Fest, which is going to be happening Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. Now, as I mentioned, their first game underway in the 3 o'clock hour, Beaver Local High School girls, East Liverpool High School girls, and then Keystone Oaks at 5 taking on East Palestine. Tell me about Keystone Oaks a little bit.
Keystone Oaks is a little young, okay? They're in a little rough section to begin with, so that makes it a little tough for them. But really, Obama's in that tournament.
Yeah, they're going to play in the 8 o'clock game against Cleveland J. Marshall, and they're #1 ranked in the city, right?
That's exactly right. They really produce some good teams.
And also Pittsburgh High School, Westinghouse, out of the City League. My son did a little Google research. They're 3-2. And you've also got Cleveland J. Marshall out of, obviously, Ohio. And Wednesday, you've got the Ambridge JV boys, East Liverpool JV boys, and then you've got Summit Academy against Warren JFK. You know, these holiday tournaments are such a good thing because they give people a chance to get out of the house, go watch some good basketball, and many of them are there to raise money to help good causes.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
All right, so tell the folks again when it's happening. The CJ Betters RBA Holiday Classic. We're at D'Angela's Donuts. Going to have some coffee and donuts. I love it. Go ahead.
Thursday, the girls open up at 11 a.m., and that's the 29th. It will be Quigley and Aliquippa. At 12:30, it will be Central Valley hosting Freedom. Then at 4 o'clock, it's Pine Richland and Beaver. At 5:30, it's Highlands and Lincoln Park. At 7 o'clock, Monessen and Central Valley. And at 8:30, Aliquippa and Beaver Falls. And then the tourney finals are the next day, which is Friday the 30th. Same game times.
Now listen, we're all doing our research from the Beaver Allegheny County Times basketball preview, and I've had this ever since it went to print. There's the Cummings kid that we were talking about earlier, of course, from Lincoln Park. Just real quick before I let you go, because you're such a basketball guru, how about the Valley, the county? Who are going to be some of the teams to really look at this year? You mentioned some of them, but anybody else?
Well, I think we got them all.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I could say. We have the best of the best in our tournament. There's probably only one other team that I would have wanted it from from just outside the area, and it was Mars. And apparently they wanted to do some things differently. But the Coach Carmody and his son, who's being heavily recruited, we would have liked to showcase the kid. But next year, we already got Butler not locked in. Okay, they've got a 6'5" freshman who's being recruited by everybody.
Okay, listen, here we go. The gold sponsors, the Beaver County Times, Heritage Valley Health System, Roach Transit, Barrel Subaru, Fry Transportation. Silver sponsors, Beaver Valley Auto Mall, the great people at the Community College, Beaver County, the Golden Dome, great venue, great host, the club at Shadow Lakes, PGT Trucking, of course, Pat Gallagher, along with Tri-State Trailer Sales, Homer 9, Gale 9, and of course, Jamie's Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, and also our good friend, the dentist, Mr. Eunice Dental Associates. How important are those sponsors to you? And we'll close on that note.
They're very important because we get a lot of cooperation from the facility at the Dome. The Beaver County Times obviously gives us a nice venue to showcase who we have. And the rest of the monies that come in, it really helps the Central Valley basketball program. Pays for the shoes, pays for tournaments, pays for summer leagues, etc. So they're all very important to us. We appreciate their generosity.
Your Pratt Pack's going to be there Thursday and Friday. We're going to do a little sports roundup. My friend Greg Diolis and I, and then Dave's going to pop over and kind of give us an update on the tournament. So you can look for that this weekend too. Have a great rest of the day. Enjoy your holiday. It's just underway. Spend some time with family and friends. Eat some good food. And come and see some great basketball. Thursday, Friday, it's the CJ Betters RBA Holiday Classic happening at the Beaver County Community College Golden Dome. Have a great day from Dick DeAngelis' DeAngelis Donuts in Rochester. Bye-bye, everybody.